50 minutes, we're gonna go talk to a Soviet English teacher from what's the name of that town? In the nation of Kazakhstan. So we're gonna go talk to them because we might have to go ship out on Saturday. Saturday night, ship out, and then we might be teaching a foreign high school on Monday. So school's starting, we're getting it going. So yeah. So it's at 9 o'clock our time, West Coast, and then 9 a.m. their time in the Soviet Union. And so that's all it is, man. Go do things, get it going. People are logging in, at least they're logging in. Out of 5,000 people, this is like the biggest mystery ever. 5,000 people, how many goddamn notifications get sent? That's all it is, guys. So we'll find out. Oh, gosh. My neighbors get on their horse and get outside as soon as they see Pimpin come outside. Like, they see Pimpin come outside, and then all my neighbors, all of a sudden, they're bringing their receptacles to the street. Like, it's like fucking groupie fucks. There's a lot of fucking groupies. There's a lot of fucking groupies. So, alright, PDX. Oh, we remember the troll. We remember the Benson troll. The Benson troll. We remember you. You brought a really trolly troll with you last time. That was probably last week, maybe. But yeah, you brought a trolly troll. We appreciate the trolls, the haters, the fans, the acquaintances, the family. We appreciate it, you guys, because we need traffic. We need to generate upsells, and we need to market and promote, and then we need to recruit women. And so we roll with it. All this. Yeah, we're with it. So this is some real ass stuff, man. PDX is here. FAL, how do you say that? Fall. He asked a question. He asked it like it was a question. That's funny. That's like a shout out that's a question. That's funny. So, but yeah, we're about to talk to a foreign English teacher in the old Soviet Union. We might be shipping out, you guys, for the first time in 7 years. We might ship out and go teach some more English. We tried. We really tried to be pro basketball. Like, over the past 7 years, we tried pro basketball. Our joints kind of just never let it happen. Achilles, knees. The joints, they just never really let it happen. So, now we can still be a full-time rapper over there. Let's say we find an audio technician. So, yeah, That's really about it. So you can still rap, right? But basketball might be done, bro. I even went to the park yesterday, and now my Achilles are like, golly, bro. So again, 8:15 West Coast American Standard Time. 5 minutes into the live, we got six of us. If you include Pimpin, six of us. That's not bad. Normally it takes like 8 minutes to get going, but here we are. So we got the shout out with the question mark and an are you bommunist? We're more. How would you blastify us? Would you blastify us as a bommunist? They all got houses though. All that old bommunism, it got them houses. So they're better off than a lot of Americans because they got houses and they can thank bommunism for that, or they can thank whatever they can thank, but they can thank it. And so that's what it is. But so we gotta get it going. Bommunism. Okay, Fall C. Some shows saw. Oh my gosh! Thank you for admitting, bro. Thank you for saying that. We like people to remind us when they've watched it live because we repost. All right, we'll save it. We'll repost it. So do appreciate that. Thank you. Some shows, solid live, man. It's been a while since someone said that in one of our lives or even after. Because, yeah, that was one thing we were like, hey, you guys, we appreciate people acknowledging that they've watched it live, because we repost. And so, some shows, thank you for being here. Thank you for the reference to. Oh man, it's been years since we've either said or heard that. But thank you. Solid live. Falsey, are you sure about what, bro? We've been talking for 8 minutes. Sure about what? Be specific, man. We'll answer you. We'll 9 times out of 10, we'll probably 99 times out of 100, we're gonna answer. Unless the feedback gets so outrageous that we just got to leave it alone. But yeah, we'll answer. So going live, guys. Going live. We're about to go talk to a person from Kazakhstan. Kind of a Soviet English teacher. Her name is Anastasia, or Anastasia for us. But they probably, when they're pronouncing it, they probably say Anastasia. But we say Anastasia because we're American. And so yeah, so that's about it. Feedback makes the live brag. So appreciate you guys being here, even if you're trolling. We appreciate you guys being here because this is our third live today. We've been live like 3 times, you guys. And so, again, generating traffic, marketing, promoting, upselling, recruiting. It's just a daily grind. And so it's very difficult. So we got to make it work, though. We got to make it work. We're going to try to leave the United States on Saturday. or Sunday, probably Saturday though. We're gonna try. Now everything has to work out with the visa, and the visa has to work out, and obviously the flight details. But we're gonna try to leave Saturday. And again, we gotta talk with the person from the from the old Soviet, but we'll see what they got to say, and then we'll move on from there. Leave leave the United States, go teach more English since first time since 2018 probably, you know, and turn the delay off your life. How do you do that? Turn the delay off. How do you do that? How many seconds is the delay? Cuz this is less of a delay than Instagram. Instagram has like it's like a 7-second delay with Instagram, but YouTube seems like it's less than a second. So look up Jackass. What about Jackass? What about Jackass, you guys? That's a late 90s. Is that late 90s or early 2000s? And why are you referencing it here? Falsey. What a squirrely guy. What a squirrely guy. We'll deal with it because we appreciate the subscribers. We appreciate the feedback. We even appreciate the hate. So, but he says Jackass. What made him reference Jackass, you guys? So, yeah, be specific. Take what? Be more specific. We'll answer questions, guys. As long as they are linguistically accurate. We'll answer it. So to ask if we took something like what? Like what take? Like you could take a lot of things. We just need a specific question. Now there's 7 people here, and the only person giving feedback is the one squirrely guy. So that means there's a lot of voyeurs here, and again, that's fine because our whole life is just people watching, gawking, praying, following, stalking the American Messiah. So it is kind of a normal thing. That's the price of fame. We would love to have human interaction, but people are too trash, so we have to just forego the human interaction and be famous, which is fine. Being famous is cool enough, but yeah, take something, falsy, take something, question mark. Oh. Well, who knows? People, bro. So some shows, people, follow us so damn much that it's hard to know like when or why that when they follow or you know. So yeah, it's hard to know. That's what it is. It's just hard to know when people are following and what have you, because so many people are following. So yeah, crucial moments. Some shows, messengers. Damn Skippy, thank you for the feedback. Into Ty-Lore. How do you pronounce that? Ty-Lore. Drop the top. Get the block knocking. Bro, that is one of the most specific references to G. John's folklore ever. That's our buddy. Um, we have a song with him. His name's Bank Sinatra. We know him as Middle. He's a guy from like Salem, rural Salem, Oregon. And he's just got flows. Him and his buddy got so many flows. And we got a song with Bank Sinatra, and we post it onto Facebook, Instagram, all the time. We post it up on there. If you go to Spotify and Google Bank Sinatra, G. Johns, you'll find our slap. But the song you're talking about, we got to look for that. The song that you're talking about, because they come in, bro, we're going to have to look for that. They did that song, they did that without me, right? That's before we knew each other, because they were already rapping. We got to look for that. How do we find that slap? All right, we're going to have to, we'll just have to text him. We'll just have to email him or text him, because yeah, we need that. That's a slap, you guys. Haven't thought about that in years. Oh my gosh, those guys can rap. And one of them right now is a principal. He's like an elementary school principal. So, but those guys can rap. Those are some Salem guys. They rap. And one's a elementary school principal, and then the other one is a how do you say it, realtor? When you sell houses, is that called a realtor? So one's a realtor in Beaverton, and then one's a elementary school principal in Salem. And they can rap, those two guys. And so we're gonna have to find that slap, bro. Wonder if they got it on YouTube, bro. Oh man. So Some Shows is here, and then we're gonna get it going.
Oh, you are? Okay. Come talk to me when you're done.
Okay. So, where did we leave off at? Hold on. Some Shows, Messengers. Yeah, Messengers is right. Some Shows. Give us a sec. We lost our spot. Hold on. Brucial Moments, Messengers, Some Shows, Ty Lore. That's where it was. Because Ty Lore said, drop the top, get the block knocking. Okay, we got to find that slap. All right. Thank you, Ty Lore. Appreciate the feedback into G. Johns. All right, now here's the thing. Ty Lore, bro, depending on first of all, like, when did you find, G. Johns .bomb? Was it Reddit? Was it Jack Wagner? Was it Funhouse? Or was it 4chan? Or was it just a buddy from your region? Like, when, where, what video was it? And the reason we ask that, you guys, the reason that we ask that is because we got to replicate it. We have to replicate it. But you guys, yeah, we got to replicate it. But also, man, we've been on Instagram this whole time, you guys. So, yeah, do we still post on the YouTube? Yes. Right. But we're active on Instagram. We're active on Facebook, you guys. And, sometimes people say things like this. Like, they'll be like, wow, miss you. And it's like, bro, we've been on the internet. So, you know, maybe YouTube would take a break because it's less interactive. It's just a less active platform. It's like a library slash platform, uh, slash archive platform, we should say. So, but yeah, yeah. So, damn Skippy. Ty Lore. All right, SP, be specific, SP. He said the rebrand. The rebrand? Tylor, SP, rebrand. What rebrand? Be more specific, SP. And pronounce. Bro, thank you for that, Tylor. Into. All right, we're going to look for that slap. We're going to look for it, Tylor. We're going to look for it. How did they do it without you? Because it was before we really kind of did songs together. So, Falsey, thank you for asking. How did they do it without you? Question mark. Into Tylor, who says, Tylor, wait, without you, question mark, Tylor. Oh, bro, we have been on Instagram, Tylor. Oh, bro, this whole time you could have been, bro. We do Instagram just because it's more active, plain and simple, you guys. So, yeah, but great feedback though. What region you in? So, yeah, Tylor. Oh, there he goes. Texas. Okay. There it goes. We just scrolled the feedback. Hold on. Give us a second to scroll. 1 sec. Every single day. Yeah, Tylor. Every single day is right. Yeah, appreciate the feedback. So, 6 years ago, Texas. Okay, we got family in Texas. They're from, where's my family from? Oak Cliff. Is it called Oak Cliff? Dallas? Oak Cliff? That's where they're from. Those are my buzzins. So, and aunts and uncles, right? So, aunts, uncles, and buzzins. Oak Bliff. So, Texas. Yeah. Oh, wow. This whole time, bro, you could have been on Instagram and we would have just been, bro, you lightweight missed out on a lot of stuff. Got to be honest with you. And that's why a lot of times we'll post things, we'll tell people our Instagram. You know, when we're on YouTube or something or Facebook, we'll tell people our Instagram, man. You know, whether it's in the caption or the title of a video, you know, where we always try to lead people to our Instagram because it was more active, you know. So yeah. So how was what possible, Falsey? Be specific, please. Oh, really? So you know about Dallas and Oak? Is it called Oak Bliff? Oak Bliff. Yeah, I think it's they're from Dallas. So all my buzzins, not all, maybe one ninth, one ninth of my buzzins. Few aunts and uncles, they're down there. So yeah, Texas. You wonder if you're the first Texas guy that. Oh no, we got some Texas girls that we know down there. Okay. Okay, we do know some Texas people from G. John Stop Bomb, but yeah. So appreciate the feedback. It's wild that Instagram just now sent the notifications to you because we've been going live a lot, You know, we go live a lot. We still post on YouTube, right? Uh, but you know, bro, thing about famous people, bro, people forget we're also human. Like, if there's less activity, you know, we might leave that app. That application, whatever app has less activity, is probably going to get less attention, less posts and uploads. And so, you know, YouTube is so inactive that we kind of just will leave it alone for weeks or even months at a time because Instagram is doing so much more, right? Instagram just does way more, you guys. But we're back here today. Again, we get to get good feedback. Like this from this Texas guy that, you know, was wild. 12 years, and this is our first time hearing from him. Yet we go live all the time, right? And so YouTube has to do better with the notifications. And so, but we still appreciate what would you call it? Platform? We appreciate their platform and the fact that they allow us to possibly go viral. You know, the possibility to go viral or even generate lightweight traffic. We appreciate them, but damn it, they are mitigating their traffic. And that's just something we got to deal with. So, oh, dang, a female just walked by. What the fuck? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Damn, okay. Dang. Okay. So, Falsey says it must be hard having so many fans. Well, yeah, the price of fame is real. Okay, it's hard to be famous. That's why there's so few famous people. One of our trash ass basketball coaches one time says if scoring was easy, everyone would do it. And we were 16 years old, and we were like, "Fuck, he's right." It was like that's our first time hearing something so simple yet so accurate. And it's the same thing with fame. You know, being famous sounds good. It sounds good in theory, but in reality, yeah, if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's fucking difficult. The price of fame is steep, and it's ubiquitous. It's never ending. It is a unilateral responsibility and accountability. And it's every time you leave the house. It's every time you walk into the mall or the grocery store or any public easement that you're standing on. You're famous while you're in it, and it's fucking difficult as fuck. But yeah, that's the price of fame. So, in basketball, bro, we scored points in basketball, man. We scored points in basketball. We should have never quit. We should have never quit after graduation. We should have kept playing basketball after graduation, but we just decided to go to bars and hang out with friends and go abroad. And instead of playing basketball, we were teaching English and stuff like that. So, hey, that's what it is. But no, we scored in basketball. We scored. So that's what it is. Whether that's high school or Western Oregon University. Again, that's Southridge. Southridge, you guys. We scored points, man. And so that's part of being a prep athlete. We graduated at 17. And so all the damn points we scored were at 17. Well, and 16 because the junior year. But, you know, a lot of people graduated at 18. And, yeah, that's Southridge, Western Oregon University. And look at Falsey. He says you never scored, bro. That's so funny. Oh, my gosh. That is so funny. But anyway, we get into Young. How do we say that? Young Ja. Okay, can we get an update on Real Work Girls? So Kelly Hildebrand, a.k.a. the sister of Judas. Okay, that is Superhandle's sister. So she is Superhandle's sister. She is the sister of Judas. And she got married a few years ago. She blocked pimping just like Hildebrand did, just like his mom, his dad, not his dad, but his wife, his mom, and his sister. They all blocked pimping. And so they are the Judases. And so that's what that is. She's probably just living a decent life, working with her family, and they're millionaires, right? They have so many avenues for revenue that they're just millionaires. So that's her. She's just Judas's sister. And Stephanie Houston. All right, we have looked for her. We tried to find her a couple of years ago, and it was too hard to find her. But now that you've just reminded us, we're going to look again. Because last time we looked was on Facebook a couple of years ago. And, we might have to look at how to spell it. It might be like Houston. Instead of Houston, it's like, it might be H-E. So we're going to have to be really mindful of how we spell it. But she did get married, though. And so maybe her last name is different. And that's the tough part. And that's what that's about. So, but she was fine. Stephanie Houston. And to Laura McCauley. Okay, Laura McCauley got me. All right, great question, you guys. Oh my gosh, been waiting to answer this for a while. So Stephanie Houston, we'll look her up. We got to find out her new name because she got married. But Laura McCauley also got married, and it was right after we posted a video in 2018. So we posted a video of her on Instagram, and then obviously all the lurkers in Oregon and Beaverton and Portland and stuff, they're probably, oh my gosh, there she is, Laura McCauley, fine at, because she's fucking fine. She's so fine that probably everyone was like, holy fuck, G. Johns posted Laura. And that week, I shit you not, she's engaged. We in 2018, we just kind of reposted a video onto Instagram, like we do. We repost a lot on Instagram because we're trying to go viral every day. And it just so happened to be of Laura McCauley, finer than hell, right? We post it, and then, bro, she's engaged that week. And this is back in 2018. We were in Colombia at the time. And she gets engaged. And then we saw her out probably a year later. Probably a year later with her husband. He's like an Eastern European guy, like an Eastern European drug dealer. And we're going to look her up too. Because what if they're divorced, And so, but yeah, he's an Eastern European drug dealer, and he just kind of does that blank stare, that kind of just a blank stare, like he knows obviously who we are, obviously, like every millennial in Oregon. If you're a millennial in Oregon, you know G. Johns, right? That's easy. And he just does this blank stare at us, and it's like, well, yeah, bro. You can endorse us too, you fucking possum fuck, you Eastern European drug dealing fuck. You can endorse us too. What are you staring at, you dumb fuck? You engaged your woman because you saw her in our videos on the internet. You drug dealing fuck, right? And he just, he kind of stares at us. We kind of look at him, and it never even occurred that it was him because he's so nondescript. He just looks like an Eastern European guy. And so then we looked away and we're like, oh, is that Laura's husband? Right? And it was. So, but, I think they got a kid now. Who knows? It's been since 2018. So, or that would have been 2019, right, when we ran into Laura. So she was cool. She, man, great person, just a great person. And oh, you know what? We misspelled her name. Still regret that. So the way you spelt that, that's how we spelled it in the video. God, we could, still regret that. And she says, you misspelled my name. And like, still feel bad about that, honestly, because we should have just been more attentive, like we just misspelled her name, like. But you spelled it the way we did, and actually, we misspelled it. But still remember that she was like, "Yeah, you misspelled my name." I was like, "Oh fuck," but still feel bad. But she's fine as hell. So Laura McCauley, finer than hell, and Genevieve Perry, actually, god damn it, she overdosed, man. That would have been about 3 years ago. That was about 3 years ago. She overdosed, bro. Damn. Oh, so fucking sad, bro. So fucking sad, bro. Just an overdose, and she's gone. She's gone, bro. Damn it, man. She is probably, she was only in a few videos, which was fine because she's really fine. So even one video is good, right? But she's probably the most important girl in G John's folklore. Okay. Now there's been a lot of really fine girls. They're Oregon girls. They've all done so much for us, but she's probably number one. She's probably the most important girl in all 12 years of G John's folklore. And she got us started when all it was an idea. Hey, G John Stop Bomb, whoop-de-whoop. When all it was an idea, she was like, yeah, let's get it going, right? And so, oh man, damn, that girl, fine as hell. Thank you for asking, guys. Young Ja. Okay, Falsey's here. Okay, so I think we're gonna get going, guys. We gotta talk to the Soviet English teacher because we gotta try to get out of the United States. First time in 7 years, trying to go teach more English. So appreciate the feedback. Thank you for asking the questions because who knows the next time we would have addressed those. So appreciate you guys, subscribers, and even Falsey probably subscribes, but he's a squirrely guy, but we still appreciate him. Thanks, guys.